The Indus Valley Civilization, also known as the Indus-Sarasvati Civilization or the Harappan Civilization, thrived in the northern part of the Indian subcontinent between around 7000 and 600 BCE. Its name stems from its location near the Indus River and the adjacent Sarasvati River mentioned in Vedic texts. The ancient city of Harappa, the first discovered site of this civilization, has contributed to its modern names. Despite the civilization's likely development of a writing system called the Indus script or Harappan script, it remains undeciphered, and its origin, growth, decline, and fall remain mysteries. The Indus Valley Civilization is now frequently compared with renowned cultures like Egypt and Mesopotamia. However, this comparison is a recent development. Harappa's discovery in 1829 CE was the first indication of such a civilization in India. By that time, Egyptian hieroglyphs had been deciphered, and cuneiform, the script of Mesopotamia, was soon to be translated. Archaeological exploration of the Indus Valley Civilization started much later. Despite this, many advancements and achievements attributed to Egypt and Mesopotamia might actually belong to this civilization. The best-known excavated cities, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, were estimated to have had populations of 40,000 to 50,000 each, far surpassing the average ancient city's population of around 10,000. The civilization's overall population is believed to have exceeded 5 million. Its territory spanned over 900 miles along the Indus River and beyond, extending into areas such as Nepal, Afghanistan, India's coasts, and Delhi. Around 1900 to 1500 BCE, the civilization began a puzzling decline. The 20th century Aryan Invasion theory, suggesting an invasion by light-skinned Aryans from the north conquering dark-skinned Dravidians, has been discredited. The decline's true cause remains unknown, although scholars consider factors such as climate change, the drying of the Sarasvati River, shifts in monsoon patterns, overpopulation, decreased trade, or their combination. Archaeological work continues at numerous sites, with hopes of uncovering more about this civilization's history and downfall. The symbols on artifacts, interpreted as a writing system, remain a mystery. The civilization's story begins with its ruins' discovery in the 19th century. In the 1820s, James Lewis, Charles Masson, deserted the British East India Company army, traveling throughout India and conducting excavations. In 1829, he encountered Harappa, later misattributing it to Alexander the Great. After publishing his findings, Alexander Cunningham founded the Archaeological Survey of India, ASI, in 1861, aiming to preserve historic sites professionally. In the early 20th century, John Marshall, RC's director, recognized Harappa as part of an unknown ancient civilization. Further excavations at Harappa and nearby Mohenjo-daro ultimately confirmed the existence of the Indus Valley Civilization. The Vedas and other Indian works were recognized by Western scholars, but the civilization responsible for these achievements remained a mystery due to prevailing systemic racism. Early archaeologists even suggested Harappa might be a Sumerian or Egyptian colony. However, this theory fell short as Harappa's architecture and features didn't match those of Egypt or Mesopotamia. There were no monumental structures, royal names, or stelae. Instead, the city sprawled across 370 acres with small, brick houses and advanced urban planning. The houses in Harappa and Mohenjo-daro boasted sophisticated amenities such as flush toilets, a sewer system, and fixtures for drainage. Some buildings even employed wind catchers for air conditioning. Mohenjo-daro featured a remarkable public bath with surrounding courtyards and steps. These cities demonstrated meticulous urban planning and a high degree of centralization. The civilization's hallmark was its remarkable uniformity across its various sites. Bricks adhered to standardized dimensions, and a modular system was evident in stone cubes used for weight measurement. Street widths and layouts followed a consistent grid pattern. This conformity signaled a strong central government with efficient planning and implementation abilities. Excavations between 1944 to 1948, led by British archaeologist Sir Mortimer Wheeler, continued to reveal the civilization's sophistication. Wheeler, however, held prejudiced beliefs that dark-skinned people could not have constructed these cities. Despite his bias, he established stratification for Harappa and laid a foundation for the civilization's periodization. The civilization comprised artisans, farmers, and merchants with no evidence of a standing army, palaces, or temples. While the Great Bath's purpose remains debated, artifacts suggest advanced urban planning. The people developed irrigation techniques, farming tools, and mastered irrigation and canal systems. The culture's religious beliefs are unclear, though some speculate a mother goddess and male consort. Artifacts included seals used for identification and long-distance trade, showcasing their advanced craftsmanship and trade relations. The civilization's decline remains a subject of debate, but its remarkable achievements continue to captivate modern understanding. The Indus Valley Civilization's decline and fall remains an enigma, much like the meaning of its seals or the specifics of its religious practices. Between approximately 1900 and 1500 BCE, the cities were gradually abandoned, and the population migrated south. Several theories attempt to explain this decline, but none are entirely conclusive. One theory suggests that the drying up of the Gagahakra River, linked to the Sarasvati River from Vedic texts, forced a significant relocation of inhabitants who relied on it. Evidence of major flooding in places like Mohenjo-daro supports another possibility. Another theory proposes a decline in vital trade connections. The late Harappan period coincides with the Middle Bronze Age in Mesopotamia, where the Sumerians, vital trading partners with the Indus Valley, were grappling with Kushan invaders and the rise of Babylon. Similarly, Egypt's Middle Kingdom was faltering due to internal issues before the arrival of the Hyksos. However, in the early 20th century, scholars leaned towards the Aryan Invasion theory, suggesting that a superior, light-skinned Aryan race conquered the Indus Valley people, driving them south. Over 2 centuries of translating Vedic texts led Western scholars to develop the Aryan Invasion theory. Anglo-Welsh philologist Sir William Jones identified remarkable similarities between Sanskrit and European languages in 1786 CE, suggesting a common Proto-Indo-European source. Later scholars speculated that light-skinned Aryans from the north, potentially Europe, invaded the south, including India, spreading their culture and language, despite insufficient evidence to support this. French writer Joseph Arthur de Gobineau popularized these views in the 19th century, and his ideas influenced figures like Richard Wagner and Houston Stewart Chamberlain, who indirectly impacted Adolf Hitler and Nazi ideology. The theory was reinforced by Max Muller, though his notion of Aryan as a linguistic term was challenged. By the time Wheeler excavated the sites in the 1940s, Aryan invasion theory was widely ingrained. However, over time, scholars recognized the term Aryan originally referred to a class and not ethnicity. The theory lost credibility in the 1960s due to George F. Dale's work, which contradicted Wheeler's interpretations. Skeletal evidence and lack of war-related damage to the cities dispelled the invasion idea. Contrary to the Aryan invasion theory, evidence suggests that migrations of Indo-Iranians were more likely peaceful, resulting in cultural assimilation and intermarriage with the indigenous population. The Aryan invasion theory's credibility diminished in the 1960s. As excavations continue, our understanding of the Indus Valley Civilization's history and achievements deepens. Recognized alongside Egypt and Mesopotamia, the civilization's technological advancements and sophistication are gaining well-deserved attention. With further research, the Indus Valley Civilization's significance is likely to ascend even higher on the historical pedestal.